A stray's courage, a tale of compassion. The winter wind bit through the quiet rural town. Beneath a blanket of snow, the street stood deserted, hushed by the cold. Inside the modest police station, officers sat in stillness, the only sound the soft drone of a heater battling the chill. Then, with a sudden crash, the glass door burst open. A tiny puppy staggered in, his fur clumped with frost, his paws cracked and bleeding from the icy ground. His frail body revealed sharp ribs, a clear sign he was a stray. The officers paused, caught off guard by the unexpected visitor. The puppy let out a sharp yip, his small frame quaking. Then, in a startling move, he stood on his hind legs, front paws clasped together as if in a heartfelt plea. His deep, soulful eyes locked onto the room, brimming with an urgency that demanded attention. A few officers let out uneasy laughs, but a tall man in his 30s, broad-shouldered in a Navy uniform, felt a chill of instinct. He knelt, his boots scuffing the floor. The puppy repeated the odd gesture, a soft whimper escaping before he darted to the door, glancing back as if urging, "Come with me." The officer's gut told him this was no ordinary moment. "He's got something to show us," he said with conviction. Grabbing his heavy coat, he signaled 2 colleagues to follow. The little stray bounded ahead, leaving faint paw prints in the snow, yapping to ensure the officers kept pace as their breath clouded in the freezing air. Moments later, the puppy swerved toward a ditch on the town's edge. There, nearly hidden beneath a drift of snow, lay an elderly man. His thin clothes offered little protection, his skin ghostly pale, his breath shallow and fading. The puppy rushed to him, curling his tiny body against the man's chest to share what little warmth he had. Once more, he rose on his hind legs, paws pressed together, eyes glistening with desperation, as if imploring the officers to act fast. The lead officer dropped to the ground, pressing fingers to the man's wrist. A faint pulse flickered. "He's still with us!" he called out. "Call for help now!" One officer fumbled with the radio, urgency crackling in his voice, while another shrugged off his thick jacket to cover the man. The puppy stayed close, nuzzling the man's face, pawing gently at his chest, trembling but resolute. Soon, the piercing wail of sirens cut through the frosty quiet. An ambulance skidded to a halt, paramedics scrambling down with a stretcher. They carefully hoisted the old man, bundling him in warm blankets, an oxygen mask secured over his face. The puppy yipped and whined, scrabbling to climb onto the stretcher. The officer who'd first heeded the dog's plea spoke up. "Let him go with him. He's the reason we're here." The paramedics gave a quick nod. Inside the ambulance, the little stray tucked himself against the man's side, his shivering finally easing, as if sensing his task was nearly done. Hours later, in the soft glow of a hospital room, the elderly man stirred awake. His eyes fluttered open, meeting the steady gaze of the tiny puppy curled beside him, watching with unwavering loyalty. Tears brimmed in the man's eyes as he reached out with shaky hands. The puppy stood once more on his hind legs, paws clasped together, then sank into the man's arms, resting at last. The officer lingered in the doorway, his stern face softened, eyes shining with quiet awe. He'd seen something remarkable. A homeless stray, with no one to call his own, had acted with selfless bravery to save a life. Word of the story spread like wildfire, and folks hailed the puppy as a hero. Yet all he seemed to want was for the old man to be safe. Sometimes, the tiniest souls show the greatest heart, teaching us that even those with nothing can give everything. Thank you for watching this heartfelt story. If you feel that love and kindness can shine through even the smallest beings, please share your thoughts in the comments below.